The hills stood draped in a shroud of fog, the moonlight casting a pallid glow that hinted at the secrets hidden within. I found myself drawn to the abandoned hostel, a decrepit structure perched at the edge of a cliff. Its windows were broken, the glass shards glinting like predatory eyes in the dim light. The air carried a heavy weight, laden with the whispers of the past, as if the very hillside exhaled a mournful sigh. The creak of the rusty gate echoed through the night as I pushed it open, each protest of metal against metal a somber note in a symphony of solitude. The front door hung slightly ajar, inviting and foreboding all at once. I stepped across the threshold, my footsteps resounding through the empty hall like an intruder's confession. Moonlight filtered through cracked windows, casting elongated shadows that seemed to reach out like spectral hands. The floorboards groaned beneath my weight, their time-worn voices narrating a history of abandonment. In the lobby, an old piano sat draped in a moth-eaten shroud, its keys seemingly poised to strike a melancholic chord. My flashlight cut through the darkness as I ventured further, illuminating a hallway lined with doors. I pushed one open, revealing a room frozen in time. Cobwebs clung to the corners, and the scent of must and decay hung heavy in the air. A bed, its sheets yellowed and threadbare, sat untouched, as if waiting for a guest who would never arrive. The wind howled outside, carrying with it the echo of distant laughter that might have been born from the lips of long-forgotten visitors. The hostel seemed to whisper secrets as I moved through its deserted corridors, each step unearthing a fragment of its haunted history. In a communal kitchen, I found a faded photograph pinned to a notice board. A group of smiling faces stared back at me, captured in a moment of camaraderie. But their eyes held a shadow, a darkness that hinted at the unraveling of the human psyche. I couldn't shake the feeling that these walls had borne witness to both joy and despair, a tapestry woven from the threads of lost dreams. As I climbed the creaking staircase to the upper floors, a chill slithered down my spine. The air grew heavier, as if the atmosphere itself held a grudge against those who dared to tread its haunted paths. A door at the end of the hallway beckoned, and I pushed it open with a mixture of trepidation and morbid curiosity. The room within seemed untouched by time, a tableau frozen in an eternal moment. A single window framed a view of the hills and the swirling mist, creating an almost surreal scene that defied the laws of reality. But it was the mirror on the wall that held my gaze, its glass tarnished and aged. As I stared into its depths, a face materialized, a phantom reflection that was both familiar and alien. The eyes that met mine held a hunger, a yearning for release from the bonds of the forgotten. In that moment, the lines between past and present, between reality and nightmare, blurred and merged. A shiver traced its way down my spine as I realized that this place, this abandoned hostel in the hills, was a vessel of memories, both beautiful and tragic. It was a sanctuary for ghosts who had refused to fade, who had etched their stories into the very fabric of its walls. As I turned away from the mirror, I couldn't help but feel that the whispers of their tales would linger with me long after I stepped back into the world beyond, and that someday I will add to and become one of these voices.